Well, hello again from Let's Discuss on this October 11th, Wednesday. I uh, I hope you all had a chance to look at my video yesterday about supporting Israel. It looks as though their plight is potentially about to get worse. If any of the news releases are true, Hezbollah has decided to test the waters on the northern frontier of Israel today. And those poor folks, they need our prayers for safety, prayers for the safety of civilian populations on both sides, and most of all, prayers for resolve to fight this battle to the end. And it brought to mind a post that I saw over the weekend that I thought I would share with you about shaking a jar. Something that I think we should really think about, as I always encourage in my videos, to look at both sides and to look at all issues, with an open mind. I think this is really pertinent, so I'm going to read it, paraphrase some of it, but it goes something like this. It says, if you put 100 black ants and 100 red ants in a jar, nothing will happen. But if you shake the jar really hard, the ants will start killing each other. And the red ants will consider the black ants their enemy. And the black ants will consider the red ants their enemies. The same thing happens in human society, because the real enemy is not the black ants, and the real enemy is not the red ants. The real enemy is whoever is shaking the jar and creating the unrest. So if you look at the Israeli Hamas situation right now, look, the Israelis want to live in peace. And I would put it to you, the majority of the Palestinians actually want to live in peace. They want to raise their families. They want to have productive, healthy lives. Okay? Hamas does not represent all of the Palestinian people. They're a terrorist organization. And the people that shake their jar are the Iranians. And by the way, it's not all the Iranian people. The Iranian people, the majority of them, are not violent people. They too want to raise their families and have a happy, prosperous life. It's the regime in Iran that shakes the jar. They shake the jar with Hamas. They shake the jar with Hezbollah. They shake the jar with other terrorist organizations, and they create this hatred for other people. They don't like us. We're the great Satan. Um, they are they they fostered this elimination of Israel and this um, killing of the Jews, which is not it's not logical. It's hate. It's hate, and they shake that jar. I put it to you as well. It happens here domestically. Every every group, every any way that you want to label the Americans, okay, the American people, the American public, we all want to live our life in freedom. We want to make our own decisions. We want to be free to worship the way that we want to worship. We want to be free to raise our families the way that we want to raise our families, to lead our lives the way we want to lead our lives, to lead prosperous, happy, healthy lives. And that's regardless of whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, an independent. You just want to live your life. And and I there's so much hatred in our country right now towards different groups. Um, and I ask the question all the time when I see something on the news. And let's use the analogy of the jar. Who's shaking the jar? What is it that they are looking to accomplish? Most of the time, it comes down to money, power, control. I mean, so often when you look at the root cause of any of the things that go on in society, money, power, control. And, I put it to each and every one of you every day when you watch the news, when you interact with other people on the street, and you see hatred, and you see violence, and you see things that appall you, or that you just can't fathom that one human being would treat another that way. Ask the question, who's shaking the jar? Who is shaking the jar? Because those people are our real enemies. They might be in Washington. They might be a corporate head. They may be some organization that is out there looking to increase their power and control over people. But they're the real enemies. If they look to shake the jar and to create havoc, they're not our friends. And whatever their stated agenda is, that's a lie because it's about power, money, and control. Don't let them have power over you. Don't let them have control over your lives. Don't allow it. Think about who's shaking the jar and walk away. Don't participate. Because I'm telling you right now, I truly believe in my heart, in heart of heart, soul of soul, that people just want to lead their own lives. They want to find happiness. They want fulfillment for themselves and their children. Don't let them shake the jar. And when you watch these pundits on TV that are just spewing biased opinions, they're doing it to shake the jar. Don't listen to it. Look for the truth. The truth is hidden in there someplace. Are any of us perfect? Absolutely not. Do those that do wrong need to be called out? Absolutely. But don't let people shake your jar. Look for the positive. I know I say that in so many of these videos, but I truly believe that. I believe there's a lot of positive out there. That doesn't mean that we agree. The way I want to lead my life, the way I want to support my family is probably different than some of you. And that's okay. Because if the things that I do don't affect the way that you lead your life, then we're all in a good place. Because it's about our own decisions and our own personal responsibility for those decisions that we make. I think it's something we have to do every day. Don't let someone shake our jar, and look for those that are shaking the jar of others, because they're the ones that we need to vote out of office. or we don't need to support economically, or we need to avoid and encourage others to avoid. Strive to do that this week. Let me have your opinions. As always, I truly love and appreciate the comments. Also, I want to thank Jennifer for making the post that I read to you earlier because it's very enlightening if you think about it, and I hope that you do. I look forward to getting your comments back, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow on Let's Discuss. Have a blessed day.